I got up early once again to get to the trailhead. A note about parking here. The road to Edmands Path trailhead does close for the winter season, so make sure to check that it's open before you leave. Alright, how's it going, everybody? If you can't tell, it's pretty dark out. I am hiking up to Mount Monroe. I will hit Eisenhower along the way, and then I will loop back, and from there I will come back here. It's about 5 o'clock now. I'm starting at the, oh, there goes a frog. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm starting at the trailhead for Edmands Trail. Looks like I got a river crossing. Getting a little rockier as we're coming up. But it's not too bad yet, but I haven't hit the steep stuff yet. It's about 3/4 of the mile in right now. Alright, so today's hike is probably going to run me around 10.5 miles, give or take, with about almost 4,000 feet elevation change. So it's going to be a little bit tougher than Moose Lock was, but I'm okay with that. I think since I got the early start, I can take my time a little bit more. But of course I want to get up to Eisenhower hopefully before any of the sun really starts to come up. I mean, you can see it's pretty pitch black right about now. So the sun is starting to come out, but if you can't tell by looking at it, it's cloudy. Well, right now this is looking a lot like Moose Lock did. Alrighty guys, this is the first time you're actually seeing me talk to the camera on this hike. It's starting to clear up a little bit. Well, it's starting to get like more daylight out, I should say, not clearing up. However, I can actually see the trees down there. I don't know if you can make it out in the background, but you can actually see something, which is nice. I just passed a couple. They were coming down. They were already at the peak at Eisenhower, which is where I'm off to now. And they were saying that the peak is actually above the clouds. So if I'm lucky, I'll at least get to see that. And I've never seen that yet, so that would be kind of cool. I'm going to book it across all these rocks carefully. And I will see you guys on the trail. Coming across our first trail junction right up here. I'm going to say this is probably for Crawford Path. Alpine zone. Yep. Mount Eisenhower, 0.4 miles. Up that, it looks like. And that's actually a new sign too. Kind of nice. I can see Mount Eisenhower. Pretty sure that's it up there. Birds are going to town though. Alright, let's go. At this point, the trail opened up, and while the fog lingered on the mountaintops for a little, it eventually lifted and revealed the true beauty hidden underneath. In the distance, I could see the top of Mount Clay protruding through the remaining clouds. Alrighty guys, here we are, the top of Eisenhower. So it's gorgeous up here, 360-degree view. I can see the Washington Hotel, you can see the Cogway, you can see all the other mountain ranges. It's crazy beautiful up here. You can see Mount Washington back there. I could stay up here for a long time, but unfortunately I do have to get going. I can actually see Monroe, so I'm gonna get to it, so then I could double back here and hit the car and then head home. So I'm gonna pack up my stuff, hit the trail. Here we go. Just got done from seeing Eisenhower. I'm on the Crawford Path now. I'm on my way to Monroe. And so far it's been pretty smooth. And the weather has been, well, I couldn't ask for better weather, to be honest with you. I was a bit worried at first that for the second time after being up here in the presidentials, I wouldn't get a view again. But lucky for me, that I turned around and I managed to get a really awesome view. So if you're interested, Eisenhower was all the way back up there, actually on the other side of that a little bit. So now I'm on my way up to Monroe, which I think this one's Franklin, and then Monroe's the next one. I'm only like maybe 4 miles in, give or take, out of my 10-mile hike. When the clouds broke, I stood there for a little bit just to watch the sunrise. Can't say I regret it. And of course, the top of Eisenhower had 360-degree views. So I also stayed up there for a little bit. I think when I get to Monroe, that's when I'll stop. I'll have a snack, and then I will basically have to go back all down this, and then back down into the woods over there to get back to the car. I left the views of Eisenhower in search of Monroe, and although I could see it clear as day, it was amazing to me that it would take so long to actually get there. Truly, the scale of the White Mountains is something that makes you really appreciate how vast nature can be. Now that I've been on the ridge, the trail has been pretty much like this, basically. Little ups, little downs, nothing too crazy, but it's been nice. I can definitely pick up speed here, because it hasn't been, even though it's been rocky, it hasn't been like slow rocky, if that makes any sense. I don't really know if that makes sense or not. And there's Mount Washington. We meet again, my old friend. It's been 2 years since I did Washington, which was my very first hike in the White Mountains. And it did not go as planned. Perspective means everything. So this is Little Monroe. It's focusing on my finger, but that's Little Monroe. Of course, Mount Washington with the antennas back there. That one is Monroe. And then this one over here somewhere is Franklin. Oh, I'm gonna put a pause to this. I see the COGs going, so I'm gonna try to switch lenses and put that on real quick. Alright, we're coming across a sign here. I have a feeling that's for Franklin. Crawford Path. Yeah, so this has got to be Franklin. I'm not really peak bagging, but I'm just going to hit this up real quick as I'm doing it. Oh, look, there's a hawk. Some sort of blackbird. Hopefully that's coming through in the video. I can't really see the screen. But this is a heck of a valley. Wow. So I'm 5.27 miles in, 4 hours. Not my fastest time at all, to be honest with you, but the way back should be a lot quicker. After leaving Franklin, I came across the rock scramble up to the top of Little Monroe. Man, there ain't nothing little about Little Monroe. Alright, we got the peak of Monroe. You got a little fog coming through. Eisenhower's over there in the fog, actually. Looks like I got some more fog coming my way too. Oh, Mount Washington's really close. It looks like it's not that far. but it is. Somewhere in between Washington and Monroe is the Lakes on the Cloud hut. I might swing by there, I'm not sure. I'm taking more time than I anticipated. I might just do Monroe and head back. Okay, enough talking for me, enough of a break after that little kicker. Let's get to Monroe. Looks like the cog caught fire. From the top of Monroe, I could see the Crawford Path continuing up to Mount Washington, and also down below, which would actually be my trail back. Bug bite, so we'll eat fast. At this point, I bid farewell to Monroe and worked my way down to the Lakes of the Clouds hut. And yes, it is lakes, because there are actually two of them. Located at slightly more than 5,000 feet above sea level, the hut is a welcome place to stay, especially for those on the Presidential Traverse. You do have to book it though in advance to be sure that you get a bunk. Worth noting though, it's not a heated hut, and although it was fall, the hut was actually closed for the season, which was unfortunate for me because I was in such a hurry to find a restroom, I actually forgot to film the lakes before hitting the trail again. Alright guys, we left Lake of the Huts, wow, where did I get that from? Lakes of the Clouds, or Lakes in the Clouds. We already took the Crawford Path back. Now I'm on my way back to Edmands Path, and then to the car. Alright, I hope you guys like the views. It's certainly stunning, without a doubt. Probably some of the best views I've caught on a hike up here in a long time. Eisenhower looks so much taller from over here. It didn't seem that big when I was climbing it. This is the part that I came up in. It was pretty dark out, so you didn't really get a chance to see any of it. And I got to see very little of it, only whatever the flashlight was shining on. But right now, we're just coming to this. I've already passed the junction to Edmands Path, so I am on Edmands Path right now. And from here, it's basically just a straight shot back to the car. I think it's about 2 miles, I want to say. I'm gonna get back to this. This is a little wet, just a little bit. So it's wet rocks, and you know me, I don't like wet rocks. Okay, back to the trail. So far the trail's been like this. This last little bit, which I'm okay with. It's starting to level off now, which means I'm getting close to the bottom and closer to the car. Although the views from Eisenhower and Monroe stole the day, the views on the way down, now with the sunlight available to actually see them, were incredible with all the fall colors. We're back to the final stretch right now, and this is all the stuff I did in the dark, and man, I missed out. This is very colorful. A lot of yellow around. Very, very colorful. I missed all this. I assumed it would be because it is, September 30th, I think. But I'm almost back at the car. Nature is a funny thing. We often think we have to go to great extents to see it in all its glory. Yet here, a mere mile or two from the trailhead, there is more than enough to satisfy the hungriest nature lover. The dichotomy of the mountain range with its alpine zone fauna and gray rock surfaces, compared to the lush, vibrant colors of mossy trees and autumn leaves, always leaves me with such a unique thought. So whether we are staring at the gorgeous changes as fall comes to a close, or standing at the top of the mountain trying to judge its immense scale, it's all beautiful. Hopefully we can apply this to our lives. Not everything is black and white, good or bad. Nothing is wholly one thing or another. And sometimes we just need a change of perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Doing so really helps the channel grow, and like always, I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching.
You want me to bring it to you?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Okay, what's up, guys? I am now... Oh, how's it going? I didn't see you there. While I was actually at the Eisenhower Peak. Eisenhower Peak. These flies bite. And there was a group. It was like 3 younger kids, 1 guy, 2 girls, and the 1 girl apparently sprained her ankle or something. They had a splint on it. So I don't think she'll ever watch this video, but in case she does, I'm wishing you well.